Today we're talking with Jon Goodman, real estate attorney. We appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
You know, one of the things I got to thinking about with the current market conditions, are you busier or not so busy?
We are busier, but the work isn't as fun as it used to be. There's a lot of chaos out there, and when there's chaos, people need lawyers. People are sniping at each other more, but we are quite busy.
All right, well, this topic is about fraud, and I want to know how big of a problem is mortgage fraud. I think I know the answer, but I'd like to hear it from you.
I think mortgage fraud is a big problem. Nobody knows how big of a problem until we hit the bottom. Mortgage fraud doesn't tend to be detected until loans go into default. And it remains to be seen how many more mortgages will go into default. But it's a big problem. It's very easy to guess that somewhere around 5%, say, of residential mortgages are tainted by mortgage fraud.
And because of the current market conditions, have we seen mortgage fraud go like this?
We've seen the revelation of mortgage fraud escalate, yes.
Okay.
In August of 2007, the lending industry had a awakening and have really cracked down. And so I don't think there's a lot of new mortgage fraud going into the system, but there is lots of mortgage fraud being revealed.
How about types?
There's a lot of different types of mortgage fraud. One type is occupancy fraud. Another type is lying about income. And one of my favorite types of mortgage fraud is what I call valuation loan fraud, what other people might call appraisal loan fraud, where people are faking the prices of properties. They're artificially inflating them to induce lenders to loan more against the properties than they otherwise would.
I want to touch on occupancy fraud because when I was, reading around and looking at statistics, and you and I talked that, the revelation that occupancy fraud is maybe comprising 1/5 of the fraud out there. And it's something as simple as, yes, I have every intention of buying this house as my primary residence, when they didn't. They were making it for an investment, but they led everyone to believe it was going to be primary residence. To me, that almost seems like the easiest type of fraud to pass by. Am I correct?
Yes, I mean, it's easiest because it's just making a representation on a form. It's also culturally the easiest. I mean, it's sort of the classic wink, wink, white lie kind of lie that a lot of people have been making, and the lending industry has been turning a blind eye to that.
Outlook for the mortgage industry.
Well, in Colorado, I think a year from now, I think things will be better. It might get worse before then, but I think Colorado's a little bit ahead of the curve, and Colorado didn't get puffed up as much as some other places. So I'm optimistic about Colorado in a year from now. The rest of the country, only time will tell.
Jon, thanks. Great information. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Find more real estate videos at brokeriptv.com.